Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, yay. Last time like the comments weren't working, so it looks like they're working now. Wait for a few more people to come on. It's like so cold. Okay, yay! We have people that can hear me. Just chatting. I don't really have like a ton of questions or things to really discuss. I just thought I would randomly like go on live today. So that's what we're doing. So if you have any questions, I'm here for like maybe a half hour. We'll see how many people join. Otherwise, we can just chat. What are you? I'm so curious. Like, what are you watching, Erin? Hello. Hello. Is that in let's discuss two pianos, one key. Are we talking about the Grammy performance, or are we just, what is that in reference to? How are you dealing with the Seattle snowmageddon? I think I'm doing pretty good. It's really not too bad. The worst part about it is like you really can't get around because there's really like all the streets are, they're just icy and snowy. So even though like highways and stuff aren't too bad, at least the ones that I've seen, the back roads are really bad. So it's just not worth it. Gus and I were like watching the news today, and on the news, the weather guy was like, he was like, if you go into like, if you're planning on going into work tomorrow, don't like try to work from home. And I was like, okay, like, I mean, that's like not like, that's obviously good advice, but we've just never been in a situation where it was like taken so seriously. But yes, super snowy here. It's pretty warm though. I feel like it's not too cold. It just sucks because like I was saying, like nobody salts really, and there's no plows here. At least I haven't seen any. So therefore, if you don't have any plows, nobody is gonna come and like make sure the roads are clear and stuff. So it's really hard, even though it's not like the most snow, it's still like enough for it to be like unbearable to drive in. So it's going okay. I feel like Gus and I have been trying to get out of the house and go for walks. But I was definitely one of those people that like grabbed all the food off the shelves. I was like, whatever I can see, I'm just gonna grab it because I don't know if I'll be able to drive or blah blah blah. So I was one of those crazy people that did that, and yeah, it's crazy stupid. People are losing their minds. I'm so like shook that there's like a decent amount of people on here. It's Sunday night. I just figured everybody would be watching the Grammys or something. Hello. Oh, thank you. It's Delaney, right? Like we've chatted on Instagram before. Thank you. ABC Murders. That's awesome. In West Seattle, it bites. I bet. Yes, I really enjoyed her performance. Yeah, that was like actually really cool. I don't know. I haven't really been digging the Grammys. That's why I'm doing a live. But obviously, like Alicia Keys is super talented, and that was a really cool performance. Yeah, I feel like we met a couple people that are from Seattle that were born and raised, and they're like, it never happens. Like snow like this never happens. And I've been here almost 3 years, and it's never been like this bad at all. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. What are good tips you can give in person? I guess I'm missing the question maybe a little bit. I will be in the house for over a week. Is that for real? Like, is that you think like everybody will be in the house, like in their homes for like over a week? That's like a really long time. get out of your house. I feel like you can. Like, you can take walks and stuff. It's not too bad. It's actually really warm out too, which is super nice. Um, so if you can, definitely try to get out of your house and get some fresh air because it's so important. Hello from Brazil. Okay. That snowfall looks like a dusting compared to Wisconsin. No, totally, it is. I mean, it's nothing compared to Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, it's super cold, but in Wisconsin, it's also very flat, and it's super duper hilly here. And even though it doesn't seem like a lot of snow, the whole city has to shut down because we don't have plows, we don't have the right resources to take care of it. So, I mean, we just all the snow is still there, like it's not been moved. And then like if it gets cold, it freezes over, and then like there's basically like black ice and then like a couple inches of ice and then snow because nobody has like cleared it. So it's really like, even though it seems really like minute, like not like a huge deal, it actually is a pretty big deal, which is super crazy because I was in the same boat. I'm like, I cannot believe people are freaking out over this, but it's like when you don't have those snow plows coming through or like salt and stuff all over, the roads are just so thick with ice and snow. It's really tough and really dangerous to drive. Um, but it doesn't mean you can't walk. You can still walk. You just have to be kind of careful. And I will say this, in Wisconsin, it's just so cold, right? Like it's so freezing. And like here, I think it got up to like 30 today, maybe a little higher. And like it just felt super duper warm out, even though there's like a ton of snow. Yeah, like right now it's 33, which is like for like in my opinion, I feel like that's super warm. And tomorrow it's like still supposed to be snowing. Tuesday and Wednesday it says it's supposed to be snowing, but it's gonna be like upper 30s. So it's like at least it's warm and not cold and also snowing. Um, what made Seattle the place for you? Ooh, good question. I thought that I felt like a pull to come here. I kind of talked about that in quite a few videos, but I also thought that it would be the most like the most similar to like where I'm from, like Minnesota and Wisconsin. I thought it'd be very similar, even though I knew that Seattle had like, in my opinion, more to offer with like nature and stuff. So like mountains and oceans and deserts and things like that. So I thought that it would be similar in that aspect. Like there'd be a lot of pine trees, it'd be like pretty green and stuff. And I still feel like I wasn't wrong. Like it does, there's definitely like certain parts that remind me of like the Midwest, but it is so different. But I mean, that's kind of what drove me here. And then, yeah, just got into a car, moved. Um, I'm flying into Seattle in 9 days, so I'm praying it will be better. Oh, I'm sure it will be. Um, I feel like at least I think we're hoping it'll be gone. I was hoping it was going to be gone by Wednesday. I'm doing like a meetup, or I was going to do a meetup this week, but because of the snow, I might have to reschedule. So I was kind of hoping that it would be done, but I don't think that it will be. So, I mean, I feel like it should be for sure gone within 9 days. Oh my God, yay! Hello from Japan. That's so cool. Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining. Maybe I have to do more of these lives like on Sunday nights. It seems like a good time for people. How much longer will the snow last? I don't know. I mean, like I was saying, I'm hoping that it's done this week and that it will melt by like Friday, but I don't know. Hopefully soon. Moved to Seattle from Alaska. I moved to Seattle from Alaska. Cool. So you're probably very used to the snow, but they probably for sure obviously have resources to take care of it. I am planning to move in Seattle soon. I'm planning to move in Seattle soon. Can you tell me what's best jobs for really young people? I mean, 16 to 18. Yeah, I feel like if you're coming here and you don't know exactly like what kind of job you want, I always say something in like service industry, because if you're working as like a bartender or as a waiter in a restaurant downtown, like you're gonna make hella tips, and you can just make a lot of money because you're in a bigger city, and yeah, I just feel like like if I ever got fired from my current job, or if I was just at this like turning point in my life where I was like, I don't want to do what I'm doing. I just need to like kind of just do my own thing. I totally would start off in service. Like you learn so much, even though like if you've ever worked a service job, it sucks, but you don't realize how much you learn. And you also can make just a shit ton of money if you're doing it in a big city. I'm gonna have a snowed in birthday. When is your birthday? You're February, baby. I saw Gus walking the other day and I didn't want to be crazy and say hi, but I was super excited. Oh my god, you should have said hi. That would have been super cool. Like he always appreciates it. Like even if we're not together, like go up to him, say hello. He's always super nice and like always appreciates that. The weather here in Kentucky has been changing each day. We went from negative 16 to 60 degrees in 3 days. Now it is 30 something and raining for the rest of the week. Whoa, that is like very extreme. I didn't know Kentucky got weather like that. I didn't know that Kentucky got like cold. That might be like a very ignorant statement from me, and I'm really sorry. Crazy. Wow, that's like very intense. Seattle doesn't know how to handle large amounts of snow coming from New York. I think just in general, like, yeah, like we don't know how to handle snow at all. How can you, are you still able to meet up? Are you still going to something to meet up with the snow? Yeah, I kind of talked about this a little earlier. I am planning on having a Valentine's Day meetup. If you are not aware of that, I'm going to start to do like little meetups. Follow me on Instagram. It's just Rachel Waldorf. That's where I always post like when I have meetups or like what I'm going to do with them. I am still going to have it 100%. It's super tricky because I wanted to give everybody details like, I don't know, 2 days ago, but because of the snow, I don't want anybody to like risk their life and come to the meetup. Like that makes no sense. So we might have to reschedule. I kind of just have to play it by ear. I just looked at the weather like, I don't know, 10 minutes ago, and it like a couple days ago it said Wednesday it wasn't snowing, so I actually was planning on having it Wednesday, but now it's saying that it's going to snow, and if it snows, like I'm just not going to have it because it's too dangerous for people to come out. So I need to just kind of play it out. But that meetup is full, and then like I'm hoping to do another one maybe before the summer, and then like hopefully like a big one in the summer. That's like my goal. You should stream on Twitch, by the way. I want to do that so bad, but I literally don't know anything about it because I don't really watch Twitch that much, and I don't know what I would do. Like would I just sit here and eat? Because like that's literally all I do. But somebody else told me that, and I was like, I don't know. Like when I'm bored, I love just chatting with you guys and like doing this. So it would be fun. I just don't know the first thing about Twitch. Like I need to like really brush up my skills and learn. Okay, Eric. Yeah, no, the weather. So like I was saying, the weather here is like really warm, but it's just extremely snowy right now, and the whole city is basically shut down because when it snows this much, you just can't really get around because it's so hilly, and like it's all icy and snowy, and it's just almost impossible to get up a hill. So yeah, right now the weather's not super good here, but like you can take a walk and like it's really not that cold. There's just a ton of snow. How did you deal with homesickness, and do you still get homesick after 3 years? What an amazing question. Absolutely. When I first moved, I was really excited, and not to say I'm not still excited, but I was super excited that it didn't hit me right away. Like the homesickness did not hit me, and I was just like more thrilled, and it almost felt like more of a vacation. And it probably wasn't until 6 or 7 months in where I started to be like, okay, like this isn't a vacation, like we're actually doing this, like I'm staying here. And then I started to get really homesick. And it's really hard because I still get extremely, extremely homesick, like all the time. I like have a really good relationship with my family and I love them, but I like it's hard. Like it's hard when you don't have the group of people that you're used to having. Um, and it makes it harder, I feel like, because it it is, at least for me, it was really hard to make like a core group of friends here. Like that took a long time for me and I'm still like working towards it. Um and when you don't have like any family out here and you don't also have like the core group of friends, it's really hard. Like I always say, like it would be so difficult if it was just me out here and like I didn't bring Gus. Like Gus, like I feel like it would just be so hard to do it solo. And like I have friends that have done that. They've gone to like LA or they've gone overseas and they totally like conquered it and they are just so good at like living alone and like making friends on their own. Like they're just so good at it. So I feel like the homesickness, you got to prepare for that a little bit. Like know it's going to happen, but keep yourself super busy. The busier you keep yourself, the less you have to dwell on it and less you have to think about it. I think it definitely happens, but just try to keep busy. So yeah, it's a good question. It's so easy to meet new people in Arizona. I don't know why it's hard to meet people in Seattle. So when I move in a few months, that's something I will have to get used to. Yeah, I mean, and it's like, I don't know, like my experience here is not going to be the same as anybody else's. Like, just because I have a tough time making friends does not mean that you're going to have a tough time making friends either. I do think that the Seattle freeze and like the toughness of making friends is a very real situation here. I don't think that it's just me. I do think that there's a lot of people that also can relate to that and that have gone through it and it's been really difficult for them. But I've also known people that have moved here and within like a month they have like a huge group of friends and they just totally like thrive. So it's like it just depends on who you are, and just because it's a little harder for some people to make friends doesn't mean that the city is not going to work out. I just think that for some reason there it is a little trickier. People are very like stuck in their ways here, and um yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's about being in the right place at the right time, but don't get discouraged if you don't make a friend right away. Like it's going to take a little bit of time, but you never know. Maybe you'll make one literally within like the week of being here. You don't know. Everybody's situation is so different. And that's like one thing I always kind of felt bad about. In like some of my videos, I really stress that like the Seattle freeze is so real, like it sucks and it's hard. But like that's for me. Like for me, it was really hard, and I like feel like I really do scare people when I say that. But that's just my experience. So just know that everybody's experience is so different. Um, the 12th, but it is what it is. Oh my gosh, that's so soon. Happy early birthday. I'm like out of breath. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. We get pretty cold here too. But it changes from day to day. We will usually have a snowstorm at night and it will melt by noon the next day. That is so crazy. I would never think that weather over in Kentucky would ever be like that. That blows my mind. It's pretty bad. Most of Capitol Hill is just a sheet of ice right now. It's so true. It really is just a sheet of ice. And it's like really scary because like Gus and I took a lift yesterday. Well, we took 2 lifts and it was just like, I like could not even look because I was shook that some of them could even make it up a hill. I'm like, how are we doing this? So it's scary out there for sure. Franklin. Frank's by the door. I'm dying to know what she said on your shirt. It's a secret. You can do chatting stuff on Twitch or ASMR if you are into that, or makeup stuff. I see. See, that's the thing. Like, I don't really know what I'm into, so I don't know like what that would really look like. Like I feel like I have to have like a thing, you know? And I don't really have a thing. It's so interesting though because when I hear of Twitch, like I just think that it's for video game streaming. I never think that it's for other things. And like when I did like a little bit of research because I had a friend suggest that I do it, and there's like so many different realms on Twitch. Like some of them were just like people sitting and just like doing nothing, like just writing or just like hanging out and like not even chatting. They were just like sitting there, and there was like thousands upon thousands of viewers, and I was like, whoa, that's like insane. That's pretty cool if you think about it. They do have eating mukbangs on Twitch. That's so funny. That would be what I'd want to do, just sit and eat in front of a camera. I wonder, is transit running? Yes, transit is running. There are buses. Well, when Gus and I took a walk today, earlier, probably around like noon, there was a bunch of buses. There's also a bunch of cars on the road. Last night when we went out, there was a bunch of buses. I have a friend who lives in Fremont, and she was like, there's a bunch of buses that are hitting Priuses because nobody can get up hills. And I'm like, oh my God, like the buses need to just shut down. Like that's so scary. Can you imagine being in a bus and it just like slid and like wouldn't stop? That'd be so terrifying. Hi Rachel, have you ever been to Paramount Theater? Heard they have kick-ass shows. Yes, it's a beautiful theater. I saw St. Vincent there. I think I saw St. Vincent there. Yeah, I think I saw her there, and it was such a cool show. If I didn't see her there, I think either her or Jonathan Van Ness I might have saw. He did like some stand-up there, which was awesome. It's a beautiful theater. There's a couple that I always get mixed up. I think they're like very similarly owned. But yes, I have been to the Paramount. Greetings from Greece. Oh my God, so cool. I wish they would figure out a way to fix the homelessness. Me too. I always tell Frank, like, we have so much to be thankful for because think about it, like, when it's cold like this and snowy and you're without a home, like, that's just, it's so tough and so hard, and I just feel so bad. And you just, man, you got to be so thankful for what you have, you know, even if you feel like sometimes you don't have a lot, like, recognize that you have a roof over your head, and that is a lot, you know? I wish that they could figure out a fix for the homelessness as well. But it's a two-way street. It's not just us trying to figure it out. It's like a collaboration of them and us. You know, we have to come together to figure it out. Having hard sounds very promo porno as I join. I don't know what that means. They have money for war but can't feed the poor. I like just scrolled way too far down. I hate when I do that. It's like legs for a second and then I like miss everything. Okay. A recruiter on LinkedIn invited me to apply for a job at Snap Inc. in Seattle. I wish I was in a position to entertain the idea. Dude, you can do anything. You could entertain that idea. I plan to move to Seattle in a few months alone, which is fine for me, but I'm quite quiet and reserved. But in Arizona, people talk and whatnot. I'll just have to see when I move for sure. You're great. Thank you. You're too nice. How is life going? How are your resolutions? Love you, Rachel. How was Vancouver? Oh my gosh, thank you, Alec. So nice of you. Vancouver was super cool. I put up a vlog last night on our Vancouver trip. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'm very proud of the edit. But honestly, the whole video is just Gus because we just went together and yeah, most of it's just Gus, but it was super fun. I'm hoping to go again in the summer and experience some more things because it was just a little cold, but it was so beautiful. I didn't realize how tiny Seattle is. Like, holy moly. When we came back to Seattle, we're like, this is it. Like, Seattle's so small. Vancouver's huge. So it was kind of crazy to have that realization that Seattle is just so tiny. Vancouver is awesome though, super pretty. Resolutions are going pretty good. I'm trying to find a gym at the moment to go to because that is the one thing I feel like in my resolution area that I'm lacking. I did go to a boxing class, which was awesome. Boxing is kind of expensive though, so I'm trying to figure out a way or find a good gym to go to that's like kind of like reasonable and like I don't know. But I would love to like join boxing and like actually keep that resolution because boxing was a ton of fun. Hello from Houston, Texas. Super cool. Also heard about snow. So crazy, right? Have you checked out Tacoma? I have not been to Tacoma in a very long time, but I used to go quite a bit when Gus and I lived more like South Seattle. We used to go to Tacoma quite a bit. Yeah. Tacoma's cool. It's super dope. It's a little bit quieter than Seattle. I feel like it's eventually going to be a booming place to live. Tacoma's cool, but it's not close to Seattle. Like it always feels very far. They keep canceling work, I'm sure, LOL, but I understand why, right? Like everybody's work is closed. It's like work from home, do what you can, which is like really nice because it's kind of like snow days for us, right? Mm. Yeah, homesickness is like the real deal. It sucks sometimes, like when you feel homesick because there's nothing you can really do about it, right? Like you're just stuck, even though like you wish you were with your family. But I always feel like it makes you like a stronger person. God, there's somebody on here who literally so like ugh. Hello, Brittany. Hey, Rachel. I live in front of Seattle Art Museum. Yesterday, my boyfriend and I walked down First Ave and we recorded a couple skiing down a closed road. Recorded a couple skiing. Oh my God, that's so crazy. There's been a ton of people like taking lids off of bins, or like some people actually do own sleds and they've just been like sledding down these massive open roads. And it's like, holy shit, like this is actually super cool. And like a lot of people don't have the opportunity to do it. It's so interesting. That's so crazy that somebody actually like brought out their skis and was skiing on a road. What a sight to see. I love that though. That's so cool. Do you know anything about the Elkai area? My friend I'm going to visit is there, West Seattle. She works at some bar. El Chupacabra. Yes, I do know West Seattle. West Seattle's awesome. I feel like Gus and I were in West Seattle, I think last week. And it's so beautiful over there. It's very like California vibes, and it is a little touristy, but it's awesome. I love it over there. Greetings from the Philippines. So cool. Right now, I'm experiencing burnout between rent, work, and school. What is something that you do to give yourself a mental break or time to relax when you have something to do each day? Such a good question. So Gus and I were kind of just talking about this because I am slash I was like I'm very burnt out because it's really hard to balance things, and like school, oof, I don't miss that at all. Like balancing school is really hard, but then like for me, I always put like YouTube on that pedestal. Like YouTube is like what I really like to do, but it's really hard to balance that working full time and then like trying to like just live and like survive and like have a social life and like all that stuff. Recently, what I have been doing, and I don't know if this is good advice, I purchased the Headspace app. And I have been doing like 1 to 2 meditations every single day. And I've also been falling asleep to their like nighttime meditations just because like obviously like I know meditation is good for you and it's like trendy and it's cool and it's hip, but it really has been helping me a little bit, and I've only been using it for like a couple weeks now. But I bought just like 1 month because I wanted to just try it out and see if I would actually use it, and I've actually really liked it. Like there's been times at work where like if I'm on my lunch, I'm just like very overworked and I get very stressed sometimes. I'll like go out to my car and like just plug in, like I'll put like headphones in and just like do a meditation really quick because they have like a bunch of different they have a bunch of different types. So like in the library, they have one on kindness, reframing loneliness, a reset, and like you can, I don't know if you can see this, probably not, but they have like just different categories. Like they have one for stress and anxiety, falling asleep and waking up, personal growth, work and productivity, life changes, movement, movement and sport, physical health, day-to-day exercises, students, which would be great for you, kids, helpful topics and support, stuff like that. So like it's really nice. I really like this app. So that's what I've been doing if I get burnt out. That was so long and I feel so winded. I'm so sorry. So yeah, I would check it out. I don't know if they do like free trials, but it's really, I've just really been into it and trying to do one because mental health is very important. Hope to see you soon. Okay, hope to see you soon too. I mean, I really hope that we could like meet up soon. This weather's been really crazy. I know housing is really expensive in Seattle. What areas are good to find a 3-bedroom apartment with a good school in Seattle and the greater area? It depends if you want to like buy or if you want to rent. From what I hear for schools, like I don't have any kids here, like God forbid. Like I don't know a lot of kids here either. I hear Newport School over in Bellevue is absolutely fantastic. And that's like in the Bellevue Victoria area. And it's a little outside of Seattle, but as far as housing goes, it's like pretty expensive. But Victoria, I feel like is a really good school. I hate equality. Okay. Have you ever been to Ohio? I have not been to Ohio. Crazy. Like I feel like I was so close and I just never went. Hey Gus. Hey Gus. I'll have to text him. I don't really feel like getting up to let Frank in, but Frank is like not gonna. Frank, you're fine, dude. You don't need to get in here. He's such a baby. Franklin, can you guys hear him? Frank. Okay. I go to a smaller business college that isn't as known outside of Maine, and I worry about getting a job in Seattle area. Would you say the job market is very competitive down there? Digital marketing. Oh my God. You could for sure get a job down here. Like, don't worry too much about like where you're from. I literally went to college in a tiny ass Wisconsin town, moved out here and just like made it happen. Like I promise you, you're going to be fine. Digital marketing, like there's so many things over here. There's so many places and there's so many opportunities for digital marketing. 100%. I wouldn't even fret. Like, yeah, there's a ton of places. Is it even possible to live in Seattle on minimum wage with a couple roomies? Absolutely, it's possible. Um, it can be a little tight, but yeah, it's for sure possible to live in, like, if you have, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 roommates. It's weird because 3 is also like, it's such a hard number to come by. So townhouses or homes that have 3, they're just cheaper. Franklin, are you? You want to scream that? Come on, bud. Come on. Oh, come on, Frankie. Come on. Such a baby. So yeah, did I answer that? It is possible. If you can, 3, like a 3-bedroom is going to be the cheapest, because people have a really tough time. Can you close my door? He is such a little dinkus. Okay. So yeah, it's very possible. It's just, if you can, 3 is like a very magical number, because a lot of houses have a tough time finding 3 people to live, and that's why I feel like they're a little bit cheaper. They're a better price. So if you can find one, that's a 3. Like, if you can find 2 other people to live with, that's like a very magical number. 4, a lot of people can fill a 4-bedroom, but 3 bedrooms are just, a lot of people can't fill those. Would you buy real estate for me? I hear I have an honest face. I wouldn't, because I work in real estate and I know a decent amount of people that would be very upset with me if I didn't buy from them. Okay, so I'm gonna just probably go on for like 5 more minutes. Yes, there is Alki information. You probably will have to go back and watch it. Alki is awesome though. Like, that was basically what I was saying. Alki is super dope. It reminds me of California. It's beautiful. Love it there. Do you plan to move from Seattle, and where to? I get this question a lot. I do plan to move eventually. I have no idea where I would move, but I'm always like down to try new places. It just has to be like the right timing and the right situation. Yes, Bruce, we did have a very good time in Vancouver. Vancouver was so cool. Oh, my legs are falling asleep. Just moved to Seattle Tuesday. Watched all of your videos before I came out, realizing a lot about what you were saying, especially the freeze. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. It's hard because some people really they make friends really quickly when they move here. But some people, it's just a lot trickier and it's a lot harder. And I think that, like, if you have bad experiences back to back, you become very almost like bitter about it, and it just, like, you become discouraged to make friends. At least that's kind of what happened to me. I feel like there was times where I was ghosted or stood up, and it just totally made me discouraged from wanting to go out and meet people because it happened so often. And it sucks. And like, I wish that I knew what the secret recipe was for people to not do that. And for people to just be nice and not ghost and stuff like that, or for it to be easier to make friends. Because for some reason it is really tricky. But you got to keep busy and know that if this is like the place you want to be, like, it will happen. Just give it like some time. Central District, Madrona Park are some of my favorite areas. Mine too. I love those areas. Noticed you wanted to say hi, and noticed Hello. Okay, I've been wanting to ask for so long, whatever happened to hanging out with Monica Church? Was it a one-time thing? Does she ever hit you up? Yeah, no, Monica's super cool. We just were totally on different schedules. And I think that yeah, she's super cool, and we just don't really see each other too often. I work a full-time job, so I'm pretty stacked during the week. And then on weekends, I try to keep super busy and try to do as much YouTube stuff as I can. So yeah, we're just, super busy, but she's super cool. She's got great taste in music too. My agent John tried calling you back. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. How much do you spend per month on food? That's a really good question. I don't know that because sometimes it depends. Sometimes I order out too much, and sometimes I try to just buy groceries. So I think it depends. That's a good question though. I should really track that and make a video on that because I feel like it'd be very helpful. Um, Podcasts are really great too. That's such a good suggestion, Robert. Yeah, no, meditation apps are really cool, and I feel like I've tried a few. The first one I tried was Calm, and I liked it a lot. But I've been really just loving Headspace. It's been really nice, and it's so nice to fall asleep to it. Um, I just scrolled way too far down. Um, Meetup is one of the best apps to meet people. I should do a review on that because a lot of people always ask me what I think of that, and it's an app I really have not given a fair chance to. Um, but I've only heard good things. I feel like Meetup is a good app. Is Northgate a good area to move to? Yeah, Northgate has its ups and downs. It's a little bit more north. I think, in my opinion, I would rather be more north than south of Seattle. And Northgate, yeah, Northgate's cute. Green Lake's also really cute. It's kind of over in that area a little bit. Moving to Seattle next month. Should I even bother with Tinder and Bumble? I mean, come on, you're gonna for sure, right? I think that when you come to a new state, it's fun to check out the kind of people that are on there. Um, why not? I think you might love it. You might hate it. Uh, yeah. I mean, you might as well bother with it because I feel like it's worth it. It's just you gotta pick and choose the battles that you or the people you want to meet. Really. Um, Get some odd questions here. Do you enjoy living here? Are you secretly moving to LA? I am not moving to LA. I love LA. I love visiting it, but I don't think I could ever live there. Um, yeah, and if I did move to California, I always say I would for sure move to the Big Sur area or San Francisco because I really like that area a lot. LA is cool to visit, but I could never. It's just too congested for me. Maine is a really safe state, safest in the US statistically crazy. So I'm used to low crime and not locking the doors, etc. And I'm nervous about city safety wise because I feel like yeah, I'd be naive too. I mean, look, it is different. I feel like even coming from Wisconsin and Minnesota, they're not the most unsafe areas. And there's plenty of times where I did not lock the door behind me when I was living there. But when you live in a city, it's just the best thing you can do is lock the doors. I would never, you never know what's going to happen. It's a city. There's more people, there's more crime. Um, I don't think it's something to lose sleep over, but I feel like it's something to prepare yourself for. Get some mace, lock the doors, and stuff like that. You're gonna, in my opinion, I feel like you should start doing that. If you move to like a city in general, just because there's so many people there, you don't know what their motives are or what their intentions are. So you just to be safe, it's cool to have. It's a good idea to have those things as like a backup. Have a great weekend, Robert. Hopefully the weather doesn't get too crazy over there. Is Seattle a good place for editing/writing positions? That's a good question. I want to say yes. If not a good place, I mean, I'm sure it's a good place because we do have a few like book companies. That might be like the wrong term. We have a lot of not a lot. We have a few like independent publishing companies here, things like that. But in general, Seattle's a very creative place, and there's a lot of different editing and writing positions, I'm sure. Hello from Scotland, so cool. Is there a music scene? I make music and I want to network with someone that can help me get to the next platform. Yes, there is a great music scene here. Yeah, there's a music scene here for sure. Depends like where you're coming from too. If you're trying to like compare the two. Yeah, no, Northgate is really cute. I would definitely check out Northgate, and you could even check out Green Lake. Green Lake's really cute, and similar, but I think you're in the right for checking more like North Seattle because I get better vibes from like the northern part than the southern part. Glasgow is a very unsafe city. Really? I did not know that. Green Lake is beautiful. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stay on for 4 more minutes. We're gonna go to the 50 mark, and then I'll probably head out. Um, if you guys ended up liking this, also don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That means that just like helps me know if you guys like it and if I like answered your questions, things like that. It just helps me know if this is something I should do more regularly. And I feel like for Sundays, I never do lives on Sundays. So maybe this is like a really good time to do that. I will keep that in consideration as well because I usually do them during the week. And of course, like not everybody can get to a live during the week. So maybe Sunday is a good day. Thumbs up if Sunday night, I should say, is a good time. What lip gloss lipstick are you using right now? I'm using Crush by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's pretty worn off, but it's nice because it's a gloss that is a little sticky, but when it wears off, it almost like stains your lips. So I don't feel like I have to like put on more. It just kind of like gives it a good color. Is Cactus still your favorite restaurant around there? Yes, it is. I love Cactus so much. Oh, you're so welcome, Liz. Like, thank you for coming on. Michigan, nice. Are you a fan of Twilight? Depends, like how I'm feeling. What are your favorite things to do alone? Places to visit and whatnot? I mean, I usually just try to chill if I'm like trying to be alone, or coffee shops are always a good call if you like want to work. Coffee shops are really a good idea. Yes. Okay. So you're still thinking of doing a small meetup soon. I would love to finally hang out with someone that isn't my pup. I've been in Seattle for 2 months now and I love it. Yes, I am still doing a meetup. I talked about this a little earlier. I'm planning to do maybe like a few small meetups, but make sure you follow me on Instagram because that is where I conduct most of them. Or like if you want to know when I'm doing a meetup, this is like when I like let people know. And because I try to arrange them at like a certain venue or place, there's usually like a cap. So the first one I'm doing, there's only 15 seats. So the minute the 15 seats get like filled, then it's like full. So if you want to like do like meet up with me, I would love that. Just follow me on Instagram and we can like try to make something work. But the first one I'm doing, which is like the February Valentine's one, that one's full right now. But people might drop out. I just never know. Like the best way to just keep in contact with me is on Instagram. And we can like totally figure something out, because I understand that 15 people is like not that much, but if we're like meeting up at like a restaurant or a coffee shop, I have to try to like arrange that. And meetups are like a new thing for me too, so I'm just trying to like figure out how to do them, and I don't want to fail at it. So I'm trying to do it the right way. But absolutely, like I'm here for you. Like I get not wanting to hang out with your like your dog. So let's make it happen. Okay, it's 50. I need to stop. Cool. Okay, guys. So again, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me on Sunday night. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. What else? I posted a vlog last night. You can check that out. That's just on our Vancouver trip. But that's basically it. If you want more information on like meetups or things that are kind of happening in Seattle, or events I'm trying to go to or meet up with you guys, make sure to follow me on Instagram. It's just Rachel.Waldorf. Yeah, so that's kind of all I got for you guys. Again, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a fabulous night, and I will see you very soon. Okay, bye.